This video is a quick reference to the installation of a dynamic V8 air cleaning system and is not intended to supersede the V8 installation manual, local codes, or common sense. This same installation procedure is followed whether the installation is done in the field or at the factory. If you have any questions, please call your Dynamic authorized representative or call Dynamic Air Quality Solutions directly at 800-578-7873. The Dynamic V8 is a modular system that stacks in the air handler filter section and is attached to both vertical posts and the sidewalls. Posts are provided and are fabricated to the specifics of the air handling unit. Module width is chosen to minimize the overall number of modules and keep them the same width in each air handling unit. This simplifies media replacement and ordering. Each module is numbered and installed according to the submittal drawing. After the modules are fastened in place, gaps are sealed using the blue extrusion strips provided. The modules are wired one to the next and then back to the control panel to ensure continuity. A dynamic control panel converts line voltage into the 24-volt AC that the air cleaners require. The installation of the Dynamic V8 is fairly straightforward. Again, please call Dynamic with any questions or comments. Let's get started. The Dynamic V8s will arrive packed on a pallet like this one. Here is where you will find the module layout, wiring instructions, wires, posts, static pressure tubes, brackets, and door interlock switches. Make sure the module layout matches the air handling unit. Begin by removing any shipping bracing, framing, or filter racks from the air handler section. All Dynamic V8 modules in a section are the same width and evenly spaced across the section. First, find the center point in the air handler section. If there are an even number of modules in the bottom row, then the first mounting post is positioned in the center of the section. Refer to the submittal drawings for exact mounting post location and spacing. If necessary, cut the posts to the interior height of the air handler. Attach the mounting brackets to the top and bottom of each post and slide them into position on the marks previously made. Attach the brackets to the floor and ceiling of the air handler using number 10 screws. Cut the provided aluminum side filler angles to fit between the floor and ceiling of the air handler and attach to the walls of the air handler. This will provide a uniform surface to attach the blank-off flashing. If the end modules are less than 1.5 inches from the sidewall, no end posts are required. If this is the case, now install the blank-off angles on the sidewalls of the air handler. The modules are numbered, and a diagram is provided for proper location. With 2 people, place the first module into the proper position on the floor of the air handler. Install the remaining row of modules in the same manner, following the numbered diagram. Attach the modules to the posts with number 8 screws using the pre-drilled holes in the flange. Continue stacking and attaching the modules following the numbered sequence in the diagram. Measure and cut sheet metal to blank off the open spaces at the top of each column and on both sides. Screw the blank-offs into place. At this point, the sheet metal filter bank should be sealed. The overall seal of the filter bank is critical to system performance. Air gaps will permit unfiltered air to go into the space and can greatly impact removal efficiencies. The next step in the sealing process is very important. Seal the gaps between the modules using the blue extrusion strips provided, snapping them into place as shown. Attach the provided seal brackets as shown to prevent air bypass between modules. Seal any gaps and seams in the flashing using aluminum foil tape or caulking. If possible, position one person on the downstream side and one person on the upstream and check for gaps using a bright light. The electrical hookup of the dynamic V8 system can vary from installation to installation. Wiring instructions are shipped with each system. The rest of this video will cover the basic steps. Please consult the submittals or your dynamic authorized representative for the specifics of your application. Connect the modules with the jumper wires that are provided. Take care when attaching the male wiring connectors to the female flange connectors, ensuring that the key in the male connector goes into the slot in the female connector. Next, you will connect the wiring harnesses to the top and bottom modules as shown in the wiring diagram. Run the wire along the face of the mounting posts and across the top of the air handler towards the side where the control panel will be mounted. Route the wires from the air cleaner bank to the control panel, taking care to protect the wires from sharp edges and sealing any gaps as you go. Attach the wall mounting brackets to the back of the control panel. Note the pre-wired connectors on the bottom of the enclosure. Attach the control panel to the side of the air handler or duct enclosure. Connect the wiring harness to the connectors on the bottom of the control panel. Again, taking care to align the key with the corresponding slot inside the connectors. If the air handler is being installed outdoors, the wiring harness will not have connectors on the control panel end, since instead, wires will be routed through watertight conduit with connections as shown on the wiring diagram inside the control panel. Install the filter separators per the instructions provided. Connect the control panel to the appropriate line voltage and turn the system on. The red light indicates 24-volt power to the system, and the blue light indicates continuity through the modules and back to the control panel. Ensure that the provided door interlock switches are installed in the air handling unit and are operational. The air cleaning system will not be energized if door switches are not connected to the control panel. Install static pressure tips in the air handling unit using the provided brackets and instructions provided. Static pressure tips should be located where the influence of air velocity is eliminated or is at an absolute minimum, usually on the ceiling or upper sidewall. One static pressure tip should be located upstream, 12 inches in front of the air cleaner, and one pressure tip downstream, 12 inches behind the air cleaner. Tips should point into the airstream. Attach tubing to the control panel. Be sure to calibrate all differential pressure gauges to 0 according to the gauge instructions provided. If the facility is still undergoing construction, it is essential to use pre-filters, such as rolled media, with a minimum of MERV 9 to protect the V8 media and the system. Your system is now ready to clean the air. Thanks for your time and attention. Again, if you have any questions, please contact your Dynamic Authorized Representative or Dynamic Air Quality Solutions directly at 800-578-7873.